This presentation of The Beer Next Door is brought to you by Town Square Media and Keeler in the Morning on WIBX 950 AM.
Welcome back. So whether you're attending a sporting event, a wedding, basically any event at all, chances are pretty good that it will involve beer. We're here now with Krista Calcari. She had the dubious honor of going to several beer festivals around New York State, and they are popping up all over the state.
They really are. We actually have been able to visit festivals throughout the area, including ones in Syracuse, Cooperstown, and actually here in Utica.
And that was Utica on Tap, which has grown quite extensively.
The first year was last year. It took place at the Stanley. It moved to a bigger venue, the Odd.
So, and as much as it is about the beer, it's also part of the experience is about talking with the people who make the beer, right?
It's a little different than going to a sporting event, just buying a, brand name beer. But this is, you actually get to be up close and personal with the brewmasters, with the people who are making what you're drinking. It really becomes a social event. I was able to go to the Hunter Mountain New York Tap event, and people are from New York City. You would think that they would be able just to go around the corner and enjoy a good craft beer, but they wanted to come for the camaraderie and the whole experience of going up to Hunter Mountain, to meeting the brewmasters, to meeting, their fellow beer drinkers.
So of all the festivals that you've been to, is that the one that stands out as your favorite?
I would say that was one of my favorites, but I have to say Belgium Comes To Cooperstown was definitely a top-notch event.
So Belgium Comes To Cooperstown is a beer festival, but we do try to incorporate food, art, and a wonderful atmosphere into that. And every year it's a new theme. We had skydivers this year as part of our event, and they were dressed as Elvis, and they came in and kicked off the event.
My name's Tony Duncan. I'm with Nimble Arts Performing Group, and we're going to be doing 4 shows today.
Whether you've been to many craft beer festivals or this is your first one, you definitely have to check out Belgium Comes To Cooperstown. It's Saturday, August 8th at the Ommegang Brewery, and honestly, it's one of my favorite ones.
Right, you said one of your favorite craft beer festivals ever, right?
It really is, and this year they're actually going back to the 90s, one of my favorite decades.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Krista, and we will be back in just a minute. There is so much more to talk about in the world of craft beer, but unfortunately we have run out of time for now. You can follow us online at thebeernextdoor.com and WIBX950.com. I hope you've learned a little bit more about beer in Central New York and craft beer, the beer next door. Cheers, I'm Christine Bellino.
I was in Colorado and in Denver, and I was at a bar that had 185 tap handles, 185, and I would say 170 of them were craft from all over the country, mostly Colorado, but all over the country. And we said, what is your #1 selling beer? And without missing a beat, they said Coors Light. So we're still, even though we're growing, we still have a long ways to go.